right, good evening. We now have Whitecaps head coach Jesper Sørensen. We'll start with questions from the floor. Gemma, would you like honors?
Jesper, what can you say about the way that your team rallied especially in the second half tonight?
Yeah, I think in general, the game, we didn't have the best start. We didn't get the flow, and we made some stupid decisions, but it got better and better towards the end of the first half, and then the second half. I think we really pushed the gas pedal down, and I think that it looked good in the second half. It was the same as last year. We were at halftime, and it was 0-0, even though we were dominant. But we knew that it might be the case that we wouldn't finish it off early. So we had to have the patience and also not start being frustrated. And I think the players in the second half really also play with pace but still with patience, and not opening up and play too hectic too fast.
Over the first 3 games of the season, if you look across both MLS and Champions Cup, you've been outshooting your opponents pretty heavily. Are you concerned with the lack of finishing?
I am not concerned with the lack of finishing. We have not had the qualities that we had hoped for. But I would be more concerned if we had not had, chances and opportunities. We will score, and we'll also be more efficient than we've been as of late. And sometimes you hit the post. Sometimes the ball goes in, and it's. I would be much more, worried if we did not produce chances and if the flow was not there. I know that the opposition, they fought hard and to make it difficult for us today, and it's a very well structured team that also can be difficult to break down. But I think the amount of chances we created today, I was quite happy with.
Michael next.
Yes, but you touched on last year, and it was a tough test last year against Prisa. When you look at the MLS teams, aside from San Diego, this was probably the toughest game for an MLS side. How do you build on this now? Because it set you up nicely last year, having the tough start, being in it really early as opposed to just a walkover. What can that do for the team now going forward?
I think it's great. We have to also look at the alternative, right? It would have been a huge disappointment for us losing out on the first stage. And having said that, we're only 7 days into the season, and we already played the 3 games. It's very tricky because they come from mid-season, or they've been playing for a while, and we just come directly into a scenario where it's it's tough competition, and there's a lot at stake. On the other hand, you don't want to play with the traveling and stuff. You don't want to play players 3 times in a week that often. We have a couple of guys done it, but not many. Also because we protect them a little bit. So I think for me it's very tricky going into this kind of scenario after a long break. I'm very happy for the win. I'm very happy that we move on, because that will build the squad and the roster, because it also allows us to see a lot of players and have players involved in this.
On Gemma's second question, you've seen them 3 times now in competitive games. There's another game on Saturday. Then you've got a week to work on some stuff before Portland. What do you feel are the main things that you're needing to work on with the team right now?
Yeah, we have to start, relaxing a little bit more. I think that you can also see today that some of the things that we play a little bit too fast and a little bit too hectic. We have to slow down a little bit and have patience and not try to overdo stuff. Have the confidence that we have to build in, in each other, and also that we don't have to do things so fast all the time. I think that's definitely something that we have to find. I think the flow of the game today was very good, especially from maybe 15-20 minutes on. and I think that's something that we can bring on to the coming games. And as you said, we have a game now coming up 3 days from now. We have to prepare for that one. And having said that, we also like the games coming, close to each other, because it's exciting, and it's also a good opportunity for us to get players involved.
Jespers, a word for Kenji Cabrera. Goals provide confidence. Would you feel he'll take a lot out of being able to contribute tonight as he was?
Yeah, I hope so. Kenji is a very talented and skillful player, and he should be, having the confidence that he can also be a determinant player for us, and a guy that can determine the score and outcome of games. He has to work harder and bring himself in better physical condition, but he's a great talent, and he's got a little bit of abrupt fall after he came, because he was all the time away with the Peruvian national team when he actually had to get into and know his teammates better. But he's a talented player, and he just needs to work hard for taking the next steps, and then he can also be a very decisive player for us, because his finishing abilities, his touch on the ball, his shots are very good, and he also is good on the header, so he should be able to take the next steps.
Jivan Badwal looked very composed tonight, but if you could speak about him, and also Oliver Larraz. In the first half, he kind of in his contributions as well.
You want me to comment on them? Okay. Jivan, I think we have been seeing from him, that he has gained more and more confidence. So he believes a little bit more in himself and what he can do on a pitch. I have strong belief in him, and we all can see what he is doing in the training ground and how he's affecting the play there. And he has to have the belief himself, and we can see now that he's got great confidence and plays well, and is involved in a lot of good moments, and he's very difficult for opponents to handle because he's so quick and fast inside the center of the pitch. Oliver Larraz, first start for him. It was great to see him, but also he needs to work himself into the rhythm of how we play, and get into the flow of how we play, and that's normal when you're a new player, right? That you get in and you just need a little bit of time to settle into the team. But definitely a good player that we also have strong belief in, and also hope that he can evolve here with us and become a strong player and contribute well to what we want to achieve as a team.
Okay, and we'll finish with Alex, please.
Coach, obviously Brian got his chances tonight, just maybe wasn't falling for him. Just kind of what's the message? Because we know once he gets hot, he can tend to get a bunch. Is it just simple of keep building?
Yes, of course. It's this is how it works, right? So Brian will always be held accountable for the goals he scores, and as a striker, that's also what you live for and what you want, and of course the frustration when you are close and it doesn't go in for you, but when he sees the net, we know what he's gonna do and what he will do for us. We know that Brian is one of the best finishers in the league, and it's not that he have had spells before where he haven't seen the ball go in the back of the net, but he will come over it, and we know that we have a guy that we rely on whenever he plays, and all of a sudden the ball will go in and then they will come.
Can you just speak about the confidence your backline's giving you right now, or maybe in a stretch where you're not scoring the goals you feel you could be, that you're getting clean sheets and you're not giving away anything at the other end?
I think it's our backline is definitely playing well. I think Tristan played unbelievable well today, and Ralph also played very well. Tate and Edia was good also, but I just think that it's the team and it's the team structure, the way that we don't allow many chances. And even though we play high up the pitch, I think players are really aware and well prepared you know, for the counter-attacking moments, and I think they, yeah, I think they're paying attention to how we want to do it, and on the training ground all the time pushing each other to get better. And now we've had 5 players in rotation in the back line, right, with Matthias and the 4 who played today, and I think everybody knows their roles, knows what they're supposed to do and how, and I think that's definitely you can see in the games here that they are spot on. Of course, we're gonna let up goals. Every team does that, but right now it's nice that we don't. Okay, yeah. Welcome.